Hey guys, it's Kyra and welcome back to my channel. So we are back with another makeup tutorial and I am pretty excited about doing this look. I'm actually going to be recreating a look that I found on social media and the inspiration came from Benny Beauty. I'll leave his Instagram down below, but I saw this picture online and I was like, oh, like it looks so pretty and I wanted to recreate it for you guys. So hopefully it comes out even half as good as his does. I absolutely love his work. He's bomb and I am definitely always inspired by his work. So you guys already know the drill. First up is brows. I don't know, I just love doing brows first. I feel like brows take me the longest, so it's like once I have them done, I know I can just kind of fly through everything else. So I'm going to be using my Benefit Brow pomade in the color 5. I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow brush and it's applying this to my brow. So I always line the bottom first and then line the top and then just fill them in real lightly. It's better to start off with less product and build it up as opposed to going in with a whole bunch of product and trying to like tone it down, because it's always harder to take off product than it is to add on product. And then of course the same on the other side. Then of course go ahead and use a spoolie end to brush up those brow hairs and blend all of that product in. So brows are done, and then of course I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my brows using just a flat Morphe brow brush and my MAC Studio Finish concealer. Okay, so now on to primer. I'm going to be using the MAC Lay Low Paint Pot to prime my eyelids. And you always want to prime your lids before you apply eyeshadow because it just helps to create a nice even foundation and also acts as something for the eyeshadow to stick to. Okay, so looking at the makeup look, I'll go ahead and insert a picture here so you guys can kind of see it closer up. But in the crease, I see some reddish tones. There is glitter on the lid. A little bit of black on the outer corner to smoke it out, and then some green and black on the lower lash line, and then a nice pop of green in the corner, which you guys know I love pops of color. So first I'm gonna start off with just a natural brown skin tone shade. I'm gonna take this shade here from the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm gonna take that brown shade and just apply this to the crease area. I feel like you always need a nice skin toned shade done first, because that definitely helps in blending. Alrighty, and then I'm gonna go in with this reddish tone here. That looks pretty similar to the shade that's in the crease over there. So I'm gonna just take this on a tapered blending brush from Sigma and just focus this like in the crease area. I'm not gonna bring it up too far. I'm trying to kind of make it match his. His isn't up to like to the brow bone, but it is up pretty high, so I'll probably do the same. And as you can see, I'm just applying it to my crease area and then blending it out as I go. So I apply it and then blend it out using circular motions. And if you see, his is kind of going to a wing. So I'm gonna try to wing it out. All right, so those are my eyes so far. I feel like the reddish tone is, you know, nice and vibrant enough to be able to stand out, but it's not overpowering, which is what we want. I'm gonna go ahead and carve out the lid because there is glitter and I want that lid shape to be very, very defined. So I'm gonna take my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer and this Sonia Cascio concealer brush. Apply a little bit onto the brush and then just focus on carving it out. Okay, so there is lid 1, and I have also learned that it is way easier to carve out the lid, you guys, whenever you're using a liquid concealer or like something that's a little bit more liquid and it's easier to move around. Whenever I use my like paint pot or whenever I use like my Studio Finish concealer, it's actually a lot trickier. This is a lot easier. All right, so those are both lids carved out. I'm gonna now go in and take a little bit of some Fix Plus spray in that same brush and just take a little bit of a gold champagne, just gonna act as the base before we apply the glitter. I'm gonna take this gold shade here from that same Jaclyn Hill palette and then just really pack it on to the lid. That looks so nice. I almost like don't even want to touch it. Like I don't even want to add any glitter, but I'm going to kind of keep up with the theme of recreating this look. So for glitter, I want to use this NYX glitter in the shade Bronze. It's a really pretty, it's affordable, and it's perfect for the face and body. I'm going to go ahead and use that with the NYX glitter glue. And how I apply my glitter is I just apply a little bit of the glitter primer to my back of my hand. I'm going to go with that same Sonia Cascio concealer brush. Just apply a little bit onto the brush and then slightly dip that brush into that glitter. Take some of that glitter on the brush and then just pack it onto the eye. Okay, and with glitter you always want to pack, not swipe. It's always easier to pack it on as opposed to swiping it on. Y'all, I almost never work with glitter anymore. I just feel like glitter is just so messy and like I hate dealing with it now. I'm gonna wipe away that fallout because glitter is always messy. Okay, and then last but not least is the darkest shade, and it looks like it's like right on the outer corner. Now I almost never go in with like just straight black. I typically build it up, so I'll go in with the dark brown first and then add black. Let's see. I'll take this shade here and kind of building it up. Alrighty, and then now using that same brush, I'm gonna take this matte black shade. Let's apply this. I'm gonna switch brushes. I'm gonna just take a pencil brush. Now I'm just blending those edges, making sure that there's like no harsh lines. I'm gonna take a champagne shade and apply it to the high points of the brow bone. Okay, so now I did put my own little spin on it. In his picture, the black isn't as far over, but I kind of like that, kind of like how that looks. It's different. And basically what I did is whenever I applied the black, I just took the pencil brush and kind of just created like a nice little slant there. And then of course filled in the outer corners. And that's all I did there. Clean up those corners. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and leave the eyes alone for now and move onto the skin. I'm gonna drench my skin in Fix Plus. I'm gonna first go ahead and prime my skin using the Becca Ever Matte Primer. And of course, just apply this to my T-zone. Now I'm gonna go in with my MAC Studio Fix Fluid and apply this all over my face as my foundation base. Now for concealer, I'm gonna take an oldie but a goodie. I'm gonna take my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Pure Beige. I have not used this, y'all, in so long. Okay, and of course, go ahead and blend it out with a beauty blender. Okay, now to set those areas, I'm gonna take my RCMA No Color Powder and just apply this to those areas that I just highlighted. Okay, now to set my face, I'm gonna take my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark. Just apply this all over to set the rest of my face. Alrighty, and then to bronze, I'm gonna take my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark Deep. And it's a simple contour brush and warm up those cheekbones. Alright, and you cannot forget to contour the nose. I'm gonna use my Sonia Kashuk contour brush. I'm gonna set my brows with my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. Cannot go without setting my brows. I'm gonna contour my face using my Black Radiance Rich Mahogany Pressed Powder. I'm gonna dust away that excess powder. Now we can't forget blush and highlight, so for blush I'll be using my Milani Coral Cove blush. This is such a pretty soft blush. It's gonna add just a nice flush of color. Before I apply the highlight, I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face with Fix Plus. Just make sure my skin is nice and moisturized before I go ahead and apply, you know, some more powder on top. For highlight, I'll be using my Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter and a Sigma High Cheekbone Highlight brush. Alrighty, now for lips, it looks like she just has a nice, like, soft, glossy lip. So I'm gonna take my chestnut lip liner and just apply just a little bit of it, like, on the outer corners of my lips. So I left it real light in the center and then kind of heavy on the outer corners, because that's what it looks like in the picture. Okay, and then I want to mix two glosses. I'm gonna take the Kiss Professional New York glosses in the shade Cappuccino and the shade Bailey's Vanilla. I'm gonna take Cappuccino first. This is so pretty, and apply this all over. Okay, and a little bit of the other one on top. Okay, so on the lower lash line, it looks like it's like a dark green underneath her lower lash line. So I'm gonna take this dark forest green shade here from Jaclyn Hill palette and just pop this along my lower lash line. And I'm gonna take that same pencil brush that we used earlier and just sweep this along the lower lash line. Even kind of connected just a little bit in the outer corner. So I'm just bringing the shadow from the lower lash line up into the upper portion of the eye. Again, connect it up here. And I'm actually kind of blending a little bit of that green into the top. I'm gonna blend out these edges really quickly. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and pop on mascara and lashes off camera, and I'll be back to show you guys the final look. Alright guys, so as you guys can see, I've gone ahead and popped on my falsies. I want something that was really nice and full and flirty, but not like too overpowering, because I definitely want to be able to see the eyeshadow work that we have going on. So for lashes, I'm using the Style Diva, and this is from Mink Lash Game. And y'all, these are probably some of the easiest lashes that I have ever applied. Popping these bad boys on were so easy, and they were only $7. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some mascara, and then last but not least, go ahead and add the pop of color in the inner corner. For mascara, I'll be using my L'Oreal Luminous Lash Paradise Mascara. I'm gonna apply this to my top and bottom lashes, just real light on the top, just to kind of help blend in the falsies with the real lashes. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. I was like a little bit nervous at first when I was doing it, but like I feel like it came together so nicely. And now for the pop of color, which I feel like will set this look off, I'm gonna take a pencil brush and this lime green shade from Kiss Pro. This is the color Jardin. I'm gonna take a little bit on my pencil brush. That's so pretty. I'm also gonna take the Saharan palette from Juvia's Place and take the shade Would-A-Be, which is another lime green shade. This is a little more metallic, and pop this in there as well, just with the excess. So once you have gone ahead and applied your falsies, popped in some mascara, and added the pop of color in the inner corner, and also made any adjustments or changes that you need to make, here is the final look. To be honest, I was a bit hesitant as I was doing it. Like, I'm looking at the picture and I'm like, the picture looks good. I don't know if I'm doing it, but I think I pulled it off. It's not perfect, it's not spot on. I definitely think that his is way better than mine, but I feel like I did a pretty good job of recreating it, and I love like my version of it, you know? It looks pretty good, and I love the color combo. I love the green on the lower lash line. I love the pop of green in the inner corner, the glitter. I love it all, and I feel like it just looks really nice and fun and festive. Honestly, I feel like with prom right around the corner, spring's coming up, you know, wedding season's almost here. I feel like this is like the perfect time to kind of, you know, practice playing in some looks for whenever those big events roll around. So if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know, and also don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and also subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Don't forget to join the Kyra family, you guys. We have a lot of good stuff coming your way in 2018, and I do not want you guys to miss out, so make sure that you are subscribed. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.